Good evening, folks. On this 17th day of December, I'm listening to an awful lot of chatter, and I want to touch base with you on my thoughts. And as I've told you in previous videos, I look at everything. I am searching all day long, and I look and I deep dive. Excuse me. And I come to my own conclusions. Now, many of you might not agree with my conclusions, and that's okay. We're allowed to have a difference of opinion as long as we keep our level heads about us. It doesn't have to turn into a confrontation. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So here's what I'm looking at. I try to find the reality and what makes common sense to me. We've got all these things going on, okay? First thing that went on, McConnell falls and gets injured, okay? Then right after that, the very next day, Pelosi falls and breaks a hip. Ironic timing. Two of the big leaders. You know, I got to watch my words. Okay. And please know the next topic, very sensitive issue with me when we talk about little ones. We had that school shooting in Madison, Wisconsin. My heart goes out for those children. My heart goes out for those children. And the parents that have to deal with this trauma that's in their kids' head. But most of all, especially during the holiday seasons, my heart just breaks for the death of the two. Yes, even the shooter and that teacher. A lot of controversy over that. People are arguing, it's the guns, it's the guns, it's the guns. Well, I'm sorry. Cars kill. Kitchen knives kill. Accidents kill. A lot of things kill. Do we take away our kitchen butcher knife? Do we sell our car? Do we, you know, anything can it's an object. It's an object just like a gun. A gun is an object. That gun has absolutely no ability to pick itself up and hurt anyone. Man man meaning human, is the one that operates that instrument. That instrument cannot operate itself. So who's sick? The instrument? No. The car that killed a family going down the road? No. It was a driver. Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't make it any less. And again, I've lost my own. So, you know how compassionate I am when it comes to the injuries or the death of children. It touches my soul. But I'm looking at the timing. If you look at the timing of every school shooting that has occurred, something else was going on. Always. Go back and research it. And then we get into the drones. The sky's full of drones over certain states. Everybody's panicking over these drones. Okay. My first question is, those drones and that school shooting and all that, is that to distract you from McConnell and Pelosi being down? Is that to distract you from what else evil might try to play? Or what they're working on? Because here's what I'm thinking. The drones, you cannot convince me, no matter how hard you try, you cannot convince me that our government does not know who owns those drones and who's operating them. Because I guarantee you, if a Russian plane came into our airspace, they would immediately act. If Iranian plane came into our airspace, they would immediately react. So for all those drones to be up there and everybody playing dumb, oh, we don't know what they are. Well, we don't know what they are. And the public is panicking over this. Okay, if the government's not worried about it, maybe they're not worried because it's theirs and they're using it as fear porn. They're trying to distract you. Look at the drones. Look at the drones because we need you to look over here. We don't want you to look at what we're doing behind your back because we got something bigger and better coming that's going to make you even more scared. Because when you're scared, it paralyzes you and distracts your critical thinking abilities. So we have to keep you scared. We have to keep you distracted. Look at the drones. Look at them. They're getting bigger and bigger and closer and closer. Look at how many. But don't you dare look over there. Because we want to do this other thing and we don't want you to see it yet. We don't want you to notice it yet. Isn't it kind of funny that after Pelosi took that fall, insider stock market trading stopped? I thought that was really ironic. And can I ask a question? that school, that Christian school in Madison, let's go down the chain of command. You have the principal, you have the assistant principal. I'm assuming there'd be a dean. You've got counselors. You've got maintenance there. You've got teachers, all them members of faculty. Why did it take a second grader to have enough common sense to call 911 when you've got all the faculty? You telling me they didn't hear the gunshot? Is that what I'm supposed to believe? That they didn't hear the gunshot? 2, maybe more. There definitely was more because there's more injured children. Nobody heard that except that second grader. Or is anybody that dumb that they wouldn't think, "Oh my god, I heard a gunshot, I better call 911. This is a school." Out of all them authoritative figures, it took a second grader to have logical thinking? Just a question. Just a question. So, there was another thing that went on. We had that 7 point, I don't know, 2 or 3 earthquake that went off, and they made such a big deal about it on TV, on the main news. Everybody was talking about that 7.2 or 3 earthquake that went off in Northern California. You don't hear nobody talking about feeling it much. Now, 7 point anything, that's really a very powerful earthquake. Nobody's homes got damaged. Nothing really to speak about. Big tsunami warning. But yet, where it hit, a few people said, "Yeah, my house shook a little, knocked some things down from the shelf." Wouldn't you think a 7 point anything would crumple infrastructure? Because I would. I would think that. I just think of these things. I live on the New Madrid fault line, which they've been threatening for the last 3 years. It's time, it's time, it's overdue. Yeah, leave it in God's hands. But they quit talking about that real fast, didn't they? You see, when evil goes to push the fear, it's like a slap in the face. The initial sting catches your attention and gets that blood flowing, and and the fear starts pumping, it's but then after 5 minutes, it's like, "Okay, the sting's gone," you know, whatever. It's a momentary thing, just like the earthquake news. Nobody got really outraged about that. They couldn't produce a bad enough disastrous look to it, and then they're crying tsunami, and I saw a guy that was standing on the ocean front, and he's watching a couple of waves come in. They couldn't really stand that one up too good. So then they had to move on to more. Oh, yeah, and all the food issues, more fear porn. What are we supposed to just quit eating? Because E. coli seems to be E. coli, sorry, mispronounced, seems to be in meats, you know, sports drinks, snacks, eggs, um, protein bars. So you've got that going, and then you've got the Pelosi fall, the McConnell fall, the shooting, and now the hype is the drones. Folks, I'm not falling for any of this. Do you really see drones? Well, of course you do. Of course you do. But you know what? When you go back in your house and quit looking so hard for them, how much is it affecting you? It's not affecting your daily life. And if it is, you're letting it. It's not landing in your yard. It's not landing on your roof. It's not chasing you down the street as you're walking your dog. So if it's not affecting you personally, which they're not, don't pay it so much attention. Go on with your life because evil wants you to be scared. Don't play into that. If it's not something that affects you directly, it's just another way to make you scared. Just another way to bring fear to the people. Because for a lot of people, fear paralyzes them and they can't critically think. And that's what they want. They want us dumbed down so bad that they have complete control over all of our psyche ability. Are you really going to let them do that? Are you really, really going to play into that? Because I don't. I don't. If it's not something at my front door causing me hell inside my house, it doesn't affect me. What's going on in the sky? Play all your Star Wars games you want to play. I don't give a shit. Doesn't affect me. It's just the way I feel. The way I look at it, unless it's coming straight down from the heavens and it's in God's will, meant for me, so be it. Other than that, I don't play into any of this shit. I just don't. You know, I would have to say McConnell falling one day and the very next day Pelosi's fallen is a coincidence, but I don't believe in coincidences. I kind of put 2 and 2 together with that one. And then all these food issues? Seriously? You can't tell me that this is the first time you've ever heard that protein bars really aren't all that healthy for you. Because I've been hearing it for quite a while. And energy drinks with the load of caffeine in energy drinks? It'll explode your heart. Go ahead and chug them down. But really, do you need the government to tell you that? Because I had a cardiologist tell me that. And these drones, are you aware of the fact, and I heard this today, are you aware of the fact that our government can make a drone with the advanced technology that can go 15,000 miles per hour? So when you're up looking at the sky and you see this orb of light, and all of a sudden it opens with wings and it's gone. And you're panicking, thinking, UFO, UFO, oh my God. No, do you really think technology stopped? They're working technology every single day. And it was said today that they've got drones that they could collapse the wings and then open up the wings, and it could disappear that fast. 15,000 miles an hour. Choo, gone. And everybody's sitting on the beaches, standing in their yards, looking at this row of drones, just, oh my God, panicking. No, we got that stuff too. You might have to use a different web browser in order to find the information. Guaranteed. If you're using the basic browser, go look for a different one. Because that basic web browser that you're using is the same browser that wants you in all this fear. They're only going to show you what they want you to know. So I just wanted to bring these things to your attention. I don't want you to be in fear. I want you to open your eyes. I want you to live your life. I want you to be aware of your surroundings always, because you don't know what's the next trick they're going to pull and how it's going to trigger somebody in their actions. Fear makes people do some really crazy shit, you know? So watch your surroundings. And, you know, with all the scamming and all this craziness going on and stealing and all this evil, women, I don't care how young or how old you are. If you're going out for a day of shopping, don't go by yourself. Don't go by yourself. And if you have to go by yourself, be very, very, very aware. Are you being followed? Who's coming up behind you as you're walking to your car? Who's standing around your car when you're approaching it? Always be aware. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Stay prayed up. Okay. Feel free to leave comments. I know a lot of people are going to have controversial comments over this, but I just wanted you to know I'm not living my life in fear unless it's put in black and white right in front of my face by an authoritative figure, a believable authoritative figure. I don't believe anything. And there is no such thing as a coincidence. Like and please subscribe. Please. Even if you don't want to listen to me, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Trying to get this news out there, trying to comfort people, trying to touch on different subjects and bring new thoughts into your head, give you a different way of looking at things. It's healthy to look at both sides of the coin, right? It's healthy. So like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And say, look at this crazy old lady. Look at what she's saying. You all have a good night. I love yous and I appreciate you viewing this. And let me know what you think. Take care now. Bye bye.